Alright, I'm making this video about an hour after Jennifer told me how bad this building looked here. This is the one Stan Phillips said we should tear down because the kids next door at the bowling alley come over here and keep busting our windows out, breaking into the building, and breaking these lights out on the back. You know, something about breaking glass. I have not fixed those lights that they broke there. They have broke in here recently, both of these back doors, and I spent some money to have those fixed. But to tear down this building, this is a nice building. What's not nice is this right here, on the front of it. Most of those windows are broken, plus we just put wood over those that weren't broken too, to protect them from those kids next door. Now the kids are a little older, the cops have been on it, so what do we have? Not near as bad. We've had one break-in and one vandalism in a year. As far as potholes, isn't this whole drive pretty much one big patch of pothole? As far as someone saying that you have potholes 10 inches deep on yours, that is not true. Now, if he's complaining about these here, we're going to have to bring in hot mix to fix those trenches and stuff. There's some people right there looking in that stuff we gathered up out of all the stores and put in there. We wanted just to have an auction and sell it off on a weekend. It's sat there now for 3 months. And Stan Phillips is raging on me about it. I am the problem here. I thought the problem was the weather and the rain and every day and trying to get the grass crop under control. I was thinking right now what he said in that letter, how bad that building there looks and how bad this building looks. The paint on the front of it, you know, I said 3 years ago it could use a coat of paint up here, sure. But for Stan Phillips to make that a problem and say he wants money off of that store there, I don't think he's done anything here for us yet, has he? He doesn't get any money off of or have anything to do with the GNC or the Famous Hair or BNV. They were all here before him. Parking lot lights work. Yes, they do. They could use a coat of paint, and yes, oh, I know what we're going around for. He says there's big potholes in the entrance. We drove up and down that entrance there. This is another entrance of ours. This is Rural Kings here. Do they have any potholes? Several of these, and this is what we're talking about here. You can see underneath there, but we already told you guys, Rural King, that you have several of those that are collapsing. Those are built out of cinder blocks and they're collapsing. Potholes, big, deep ones. Boom. Big potholes. You do not have boom, boom, boom. That's the second lift unit there, right there, that's collapsing. You got two of those. But in general, their parking lot isn't too bad, but it has some potholes that need done. We striped this 3 or 4 years ago. It still looks pretty good. But that is Rural King said that they bought this building from Walmart. So that would be Rural King's, and it starts right there. See the dividing line? And then it comes over here on ours. We had some potholes here. We closed those in the spring. We had a lot of them in the drive. As far as driving through any of these big holes or anything here, like that, pothole fixed. But no, we haven't spent any real money here. We haven't brought in any hot mix. We haven't brought in any crews, anything. We spent minimal to patch up all of the holes, 50 holes in that drive there. Let's go out back and look real quick so you got all of this. Yes, that is all of the stuff we gathered out of the Mexican restaurant, out of every store, everywhere, and shoved into there, and we're just going to get rid of it. Half of the stuff go into the trash, and the other half is some nice desks and stuff. There's some good stuff in there. Those desks are $500 a piece desks. All right, we sweep this, and yes, this area here is starting to get bad, layer after layer. This is coming into the rear, and this is because of nothing you have going here. This is Rural King's heavy trucks that come in here every day and deliver. Now, you don't have any heavy deliveries in your stores here, but some of these semis are very heavy and they only unload part of it and leave. They're coming and going all the time. Yes, we painted this building 15 years ago in the rear back here. It hasn't been touched since. But there's no piles of trash or no junk or, you know, how terrible the center looks. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil right now. Let's get out of his way. How many of these a day do they have? Coming around that corner, that's just the sliding of the axles is what tears up that asphalt. So Harding and Dom is good on spending money, sure. Come in here with a grinder and mill all of this up down to the bottom. And I don't even, you know, it has to be Brooks's way or no way. If they don't like it, they grill it down and check the drainage underneath. Make sure everything is hard and flat and will hold up. Or don't spend any money on it other than just patch it. What do we want to do with it? This is, what's today, Wednesday? We could put a roller down here, a tack unit, and then a truck with overlay and address all of those little bitty areas. But again, they don't really hold that well in the winter time. Pancake patches are susceptible to snow blades, and how many days did we have last year at 30 below plus? Yes, there are big potholes here in the entrance to Rural King. But now here is where we have been taken care of. You see I patched all of those in the entrance itself. So I am maintaining 2 entrances and the rear drive, and Rule King is maintaining nothing. And I'm taking it on the chin. And we need to, Cat Stan Phillips a check for how much his profit should be on that building or something, that space where we get rid of our junk. Let me know, Ralph.